Hi guys, my name's Seb Shooter, I'm the man on the Silver Man, and welcome back to Torment Tides of Numenera. Now we just finished bashing our way through a room of Murden, and we're here for the banner, aren't we? Unless we've already picked it up. Can't remember if we have or haven't. Doesn't look like it. Come on, game. There you go. Right. So, yeah, we need to go to the trade post. We need to bring him to him. We need to go talk to him about that. That's in our head. That we can go and finish. That. Okay. Okay, right. We need to go over and dig through his stuff here, I take it. Take the standard. Cool, we got the standard. Excellent. Right, can we talk to the translator? Are they... This slim, fit young woman would be attractive if it weren't for the blank stare in her eyes, the spit drooling from her mouth, and the poorly implanted devices that protrude from her skull. The area around these implants weeps pus and some strange clear fluid. It does not appear that she has been mistreated in any other way. Oh yeah, she's just had things stuck into her skull and left to become infected and stuff like that. You know, she's not been harmed in any other real way. No bruises or scars mark her otherwise smooth flesh. Surprisingly, you can read no thoughts of any kind from her. What's your name? She stares blankly. You can see the slight pulse of her heartbeat in the veins near one metallic nodule on her forehead, and she breathes, but lacking these signs. Only a thin stream of drool gathering mass at her chin tells you that she lives. I genuinely think she's brain dead, so I'm just gonna do the kind thing. You wrap your hands around her throat and squeeze. She does not react as you start to snap her neck, as her eyes bulge and face reddens. Even the rattling of her feet on the floor is entirely involuntary, reflex driven by some primitive part of her dead mind. Then, with a sound like rotten twigs underfoot, her bones give way. You release her and she collapses to the floor. Well, that was cheerful. Okay, so let's go take a look through that more first, because we opened it, so you know we may as well have a look through it just in case it's something useful. Hopefully there won't be combat instantly on the other side, or maybe this will lead us straight to the trade post, or just a room full of jewels.
Let's go.
What do we got? Okay. So you're an oddity, a floating pendant. Your artifact, an astronomical merecaster. Something we can use. We'll take those. Otherwise, this room is just filled with shiny things. Anything over here? Okay, well, there's a barrel over here that we can steal stuff from. I mean, take stuff from. Right, what's this? This is an oddity, Soul of the Forgotten. Okay. What's this? Black metal frame. Okay, and more cash. And then we've got this one here. And we've got those big chunks there. Right, so what's that? That's an oddity. Heart of Mali. Mali. Yeah. Tucked away in this fleshy ass is a sculpture of a pickaxe embedded in a jumbled stone blocks near the sculpture's base is a bronze plaque. God damn it, I can't read today. Etched on the plaque is a short message. Better to swing the pick than strike the vein. Shins are shackles and treasures are chains. Okay, examine the pickaxe. The shining metal handle towers overhead, completely out of reach. You couldn't touch it without climbing the sculpture itself, and even then it looks far too heavy to move. The pickaxe trembles as you blink. You felt the motion in your mind. You may actually be able to affect this sculpture with your thoughts. Okay, let's... yeah, okay, let's do that. You focus on the handle of the pickaxe and think, move. It twitches, but nothing else happens, shutting out every sound around you, every tremor in the floor, and the soft thumping of your heart. You pit your full attention against the shape of the tool above you. With a hoarse scraping sound, the pickaxe retracts from the stone block. A waterfall of shins cascades from some inner recess in the sculpture to a pile between the blocks. You won the battle of wits with the sculpture. Congratulations! The hero should have solved that challenge. We feel cheated. We'll take the cash. We actually took the money. Than whatever else. Oh, and to think we nearly lost. Let's just have a quick look at some of the stuff. Okay. I don't entirely know why that's the case, but okay. And then we've got that Merecaster. A whole load of oddities. Okay, we'll sort out the rest later, but let's head back into the slave block that the Murdens have taken control of, that we may have killed all the Murdens because of. Okay, so we've got all of that. Is there anything just quickly else in this room? Nope, seemingly not. There's nothing around here. Okay, we've got this place sorted, that place sorted. This place is cleared. Yeah, only one place to go, really. So we can head back and talk to our Taglio, or whatever his name is, and sort him out. How many shins have we got, actually? Over 1,000. Great. You're just over 1,000. So we'll have enough to... Oh, no. Oh, damn it. There was a thing to pick up. It's alright. We'll hop back through just quickly. As much as it'll mean another loading screen, I'm sorry guys, but we need to steal everything. Everything that isn't nailed down has to be stolen. Has to be ours. There's no two ways about it. We're player characters in an RPG right now. No two ways about it. Anything that's not nailed down belongs to us. Cool, okay. Let's get back into it. Okay, so yeah, we can go and give the standard back to our Taglio. And then maybe he'll back off here and we can throw him into the maw to open this maw up. See where this one goes. And if it was an infant. His face and voice lose their ironic, cynical edge. I am in your debt, cast off. Truly I am. Name your price. By the gods, I never thought I'd see this again. Never imagined I'd care either. If you are truly in my debt, then I ask that you face the Maw. He stiffens noticeably, and the good cheer drains from his face. His eyes sharpen, no sign of drink in them now, and he studies you carefully to see if you jest with him. He looks around at the soldiers who have fallen silent, and he sighs. He stands. My soldiers, time to see how a man faces his fears. He turns to the Maw, muttering something under his breath. I knew a cast-off would be the death of me. Bye, dude. He walks towards the Maw, and its tongues tremble at his approach. Resolution etches its way into Artaglio's face, as if he knows he's walking to his death, but there is no falter to his step, and he carries himself erect and strong, drawing on whatever well of bravery let him ride into the face of the enemy fire serves him well now. As he walks, you see his chest expand as he puffs himself up. The bloomed tongues reach out and stroke his head almost lovingly, then fasten more firmly to his skull. Strange, he says, this doesn't hurt at all. It's like the bloom is just shuffling through my memories. Ha, I remember leaping from the Wailing Cliffs. Renard, do you recall our battle with those slimy things in... Oh, and the Sky Riders of Five Cliffs. I'd forgotten so many of these moments. Why was I so afraid of this? Suddenly, the Maw gapes open and tongue lashes out. It wraps itself around Artaglio. He has just enough time for a shouted imprecation before the bloom tongue hurls him into the Maw. He is gone. No sign of him remains. Sated at last, the Maw opens wide. A transdimensional rift appears within. Ah, well.
As you wish.
Did we talk to Boris before? Was he the dude who wanted... Oh yeah, he was the junkie. Okay.
In an instant.
Alright, let's hop in, shall we? See what's on the other side. There's a chair! Good God.
Updated my journal.
A scene of horror lies before you. The walls and floor turned against the inhabitants of this chamber, opening toothy orifices to drag them down and devour them. Judging by the half-devoured wagons and other debris, this was a market of some kind or a trade post. To your left, across the room, a massive slumbering Maw. Its mouth gapes open and a portal shines within. Massive glands that block the doorway. You see nothing but solid flesh. That's a tongue cluster. Human flesh and hair cling. Okay.
Yes.
So this might this might have been the trade post, but then the trade post actually ate everybody. What's this? Oh, some shins. Okay.
Go.
More shins. Also,
Calisthesias. Sometimes I think you're.
can we communicate with the tongues?
When you're asleep.
Wriggling mass of tendrils rises from the ground. They remind you of the tongues that surround them a maw. Writhing and twisting around each other, they make wet, unpleasant sounds. Matkina, perception. Out of the corner of your eye, you catch a subtle change in Matkina's movements, a tension that tells you she has encountered something like this before. Her bearing suggests caution but not fear. Bloom tongues. God, I hate going this deep into the bloom. Matkina, do you know what this is? She turns to you with the beginning of a smirk, obviously aware that you caught the change in her bearing when she first saw the tongues. Maybe a little impressed that you noticed. After careful thought, I'd guess it's a bunch of bloom tongues. Wow, thanks for the sarcasm. She reaches out a hand, holding it near one of the tongues. I've heard rumours, stories from people who have been here a long time. The crazies, the addled heads. Tongues only grow like this in the deepest parts of the bloom. They must have dragged this whole chamber into the depths. Okay. Listen to the bloom voices. Missing treasury. Do we still have bloom juice? Let's try this again. Listen to the bloom voices. Even after drinking the water of the bloom, you can't hear the voices clearly. You'll have to make direct connection. Alright then. You carefully reach into the cluster of squirming tendrils. When they touch your hand, they pass through it, and a prickly hot-cold sensation runs up your arm. With the water of the bloom coursing through your body, you can sense a difference between the voices here and the ones you heard at the mall. Listen again. Okay. So this controls... Okay, so the tongue cluster here apparently controls the movements of other stuff around the place. But if this was a trade, if this was the trade post, then that's got to be kind of, that's not great, is it? But hey, we'll head through here, see what's on the other side. Maybe this looks like an alien world. This looks less comfortable. You emerge from a portal into an alien world. The air is thin and bitterly cold. The sun is a tiny white globe in the sky, casting dim light over a landscape of crystalline beauty. You see no signs of organic life, only glittering crystals in every direction. Well, this place sparkles like a very sparkly thing, and I mean that as a compliment. Eratis, you sir are a poet. What's that? Passageway, stuff to pick up. Let's head around this way, because that looks like a bridge there. Is there anything here? No. Okay. Oh, is this the place that we need to go? That we needed to come to get
Let's go.
the living crystals?
Done.
Because these are cultists, aren't they? These are changing god cultists. They look similar. This tall, weathered man nods at you. Yes, they're changing god cultists. He holds himself stiffly as if something will crack off if he moves too quickly. He glances at your tattoo and smiles. Hello, Castoff. I am Doran, prophet of the changing god. It's been a while since we've seen anyone come through here. What's your business in the Ascension? I'm looking for a circlet of dark hyaline material known as the magmatic annulet. Have you seen anything like that? Now that is interesting business. Sadly, I cannot help you. We've seen nothing but pretty lights. To be honest, I think that's all there is to this place. What does it mean to be a prophet of the changing god? A title only. The cultists of the changing god believe I have a special connection because I found some well-hidden secrets of your father's once. Between you and me, I just got lucky. What secrets did you find? Nothing that would interest you. An old workshop of his with some trinkets. I didn't understand any of it, but the cultists were ecstatic. They drafted me as a prophet and confiscated everything. Well, he winks. Everything I didn't sell first. Fair compensation for my efforts, you know. Are you related to the cult of the changing god in Sager's Cliffs? We are the cult of the changing god, yes. Though I'm afraid we have little to do with our colleagues in Sager's Cliffs. There is not a lot of oversight between our churches. What are you doing in the Ascension? Seeking. We have it on good, though possibly outdated, authority that this place holds more of your father's secrets. We've found nothing yet, however. Until we do, we are enjoying the sights and the silence, the crystals and the lights. Our pursuits have taken us to less pleasant places. What can you tell me about this place? Very little. There are crystals, there are lights, there is no one to talk to, and little of value to find. It's a lovely world, but I fear we may be wasting our time here. Okay. Thanks. Can I steal any of your stuff? You're an explorer, you're an explorer. Ask Clarion. Who are you? A tall, lithe man has an unkempt shock of bright red hair. His skin is ashen, as if coloured by the dust of old tomes. It's been a long time since he's seen real sun. His smile is thin and twitching, and demented light burns in his eyes. Another cast off, another echo. Okay, so who are you, Arshat? As Clarion, I act. What do you mean, act? The prophet Doran hears, and depending on what he hears, I act. So you do what Doran says. No, I act on his words. That sounds an awful lot like taking orders. It would to you, he snarls. One of his eyes is twitching now. You don't know what we are. We do not tumble about the world like you do, inflicting little damages or claiming to be more than we are. We listen, we decide, then we act. But no one tells us to do so. Tell me anything about this place? I can, but I won't. The prophet Doran will decide what you are allowed to know, Echo. Looking for a thing. Tell me where it is. Emanation of the source's fury, claiming to be more important than is. I've heard of ultimate echo that mate his matters. Even if you think they're weaker than our father, we don't have. Yes, but it can shake mountains, launch villages. It doesn't make the shiny. If crystalline looks shines like each one of I am sorry to exist. Light pulses once. My voice emanates from the creation. Oracle was immortal. I regret that something still cracks and the crystal with that voice again. Patterns are what we do, pattern one. Life is pattern, and your life more than most. Your thoughts hold a certain shape. A shape I've seen before. A man came through here long ago. He did some work here, I believe. Or maybe came to hide something or find something. He never revealed to me his true purpose. Patton, I need to find something he hid. Do you know where it is? Or where it might be? I apologize, I do not. Investigation was not my specialization, only speaking. Revelation, the speaker can speak to all sentience, even those that did not exist at the time of its Creation. You said revelation in a different voice. What does that mean? You are mistaken. Speakers are not authorized to grant revelations without the oracle's permission, and the oracle is no more. Revelation, the speaker cannot hear itself give revelations. I wish that I did have some revelations for you, patterned one. Alas, that time is long past. Do you know anything about the other humans? I do not, nor do they know anything about me. I will not speak with them. Why won't you speak with them? I do not trust them. They don't taste right. I cannot explain. Revelation. The speaker tastes a strange pattern to one of the humans. 2 patterns of thought where there should be 1. Okay. What does it mean that you're the speaker? My full title was once the speaker for the Oracle of Kexlianish. Kexlianish? I heard questions from pilgrims, relayed them to the oracle, and they conveyed the oracle's answer via revelation. Oh, and then conveyed the oracle's answer via revelation. I gave wisdom to this entire world. Now I speak for no one, and I have few answers to give. Revelation. When the speaker dreams, it dreams of weeping. Sometimes the tears are made of light, others tiny black gems. Can you read my thoughts? No, but I can taste them. Among other things, that's how I speak in your language. What was the oracle? You are standing on it, or rather, what remains of it. The Kexlianish built the oracle to answer the most difficult questions of existence. Then the Lianish left. The oracle remained for 100,000 years or so before it broke down, I suppose. All that's left of the oracle are the phobits. Revelation. The phobits were not always sentient. Cogitation. Would they have become so if the oracle had not chosen disintegration? What are phobits? We are the phobits, the sparkling lights you see inside some of the crystals. If the oracle was a brain, then we were its neurons. Each one of us had our own job, our own specialization. You can't speak to the others, of course. That is to say, they're perfectly intelligent, but they are entirely unaware of you. The only reason you and I can speak is because of my role as speaker, and the others weren't made for communication or perception. Revelation. Common phobits were used to store activation states and simple information. Some may still react to basic physical stimuli. If they're intelligent, could you... Of course, but they know nothing. I don't see what interpretation would... Speaker trails off, pulsing thoughtfully. No, there is a way they can help. Several phobits in the area were in charge of transmission tracts, communication pathways connecting the oracle's smaller subsystems. When the oracle passed, those pathways became obsolete and their phobits quiescent. But those tracks could serve as bridges to help you explore the area. Revelation. Like humans, the Lianesh also required physical structures for traversal. Only a few phobits specialize in areas requiring this knowledge. The speaker is not among them. Try to interact with phobits. When you do, I'll ask them to activate or deactivate. They may not be all be as helpful as we'd like, but I think you'll figure some way to get around. What happened to the Lianish? I don't know. They left one day, abandoning the ascension entirely. Perhaps they ascended to a higher form of life. In any case, they did not need the oracle anymore. Okay.
Of course.
So now that we've talked to them, I think Asclarion is
Here I come.
the one that causes the problems here.
Fine.
Can we... What does this one do? That's cool.
Of course.
We've got a slope. What does this one do? I'm just going to run around going, what does this do? Keep poking them. We can go pick some stuff up. What's this? What's that? Might points. Cool. What's this?
I'm going.
Crystalline structure is distinct from all the others. It looks older, more fundamental, but by no means basic. It is one of the more complex structures you've seen in this place. Large portions of it glow, emitting low, rumbling hum that you can feel in your chest. Blurry light flits across the surface of its large gems. Are you a phobit? A wave of force pulses out the crystalline structure. Your body shudders with the impact, even though you hear nothing. Can you speak? The crystals release another single pulse, jolting your body, and you get the strong impression that the pulse means yes. This phobit is not like any other you've seen. It may not have communicative qualities of the speaker, but is trying to talk to you nonetheless. What is your function? The glow dims slightly, and the blurry lights on the gem's surfaces disappear. You realise they weren't lights at all, but images the phobit was trying to show you. When they reappear, they show a flat crystalline plane. Then, one by one, shards emerge. They bud and sprout in the shape of the other phobits. As you watch, they continue growing, creating ridges, walkways, stairs. In one corner, you see the speaker flower out of crystals. In a matter of seconds, this entire region of the Ascension has taken shape in the image before you. This phobit built it all. Do you know where I can find a thing? An image appears of a human figure walking through the Ascension into a cave. The details are too fuzzy to make out who it is, but presumably he has the amulet. After a while, he leaves the cave. It looked like a simple collapse, blocking the way in. Why did the cave? Well, useful and helpful. Then be part there. So 8 you. More healing of any sort. Who's prestige could you? I'm just walking around like stabbing people. It's amazing. We have. So we got the Merecaster, which we'll use later. I don't want to use that right now. What's this? Michael. Oh, yes, okay. Those are oddities of. So, I think we find out. Anyone have anything to get to? Did you? What is it? Select. Oh, that's me as well. That's me. Who's going to use this one? Big effect. She goes there. Use. Yeah. Okay. Right. How long have we got? 37 minutes. So let's. We've got canisters. We've got crystals. Let's go take a look at canisters here. Pick those up. I'll check what's there. Crystals. From here. Up here. Something I've got there. Okay, but finish that. Intellect, damage, perceptory. That would be useful damage. Very good use though. She's got them. So. I'm sure she's only one. No, she can use it. So, no, she can't. I'll use the last off. Don't use it against that. Turns 4 and 4. Yeah, no, we don't really want to use that. So we'll just get rid of it later. Okay, so we're going to come around this corner and there's going to be something nasty somewhere. Ooh. Is that a phobit appears to be trapped in the central crystal. Flickers excitedly. Other stuff. Big generator. It's dull and light. There's no visible way to activate it. Okay. So that's a stasis pod, not what I necessarily... Impenetrable field of energy seals off part of the cave. Okay.
Yes.
There's only one thing that we can interact with, and that's this. So all of the cables in the room connect to this bulky machine and its twin. They generate a low rumble that you can feel in your feet. As you approach, a screen lights up. A strange maze-like rune flashes angrily in the center of the screen. 3 other glyphs revolve slowly around it in an elliptical orbit. A bolt of lightning, a set of parallel lines, and a circle. Touch. Picture appears. It looks like a technical schematic of the device behind you, the center of the room. Excuse me, the source of the low hum. Vertical lines of runes appear next to the schematic, but you can't read them. Read them. Although you can't read the runes, the gist of the message becomes clear. It's a warning about the device with the 2 crystals at the center of the chamber. The device has deteriorated to an unstable state, and any fluctuation in power is likely to result in an interruption in function. The runes do not say what will happen if the device ceases to function, or if they do, you cannot... Okay. Let's go back to the... In fact, let's go over and actually take a look at this device. Okay, we can't do much more than take a look at it, like literally gaze at it from across the room. Let's press the lightning bolt. The rune glyphs disappear, replaced by an image depicting a bank of 3 large crystals. Okay, so them over there to your right. Symbols flow into the image, showing that the device is currently receiving power from the machine before you. Circular symbol glows next to the image. Each time one of the symbols enters the image of the crystals, the circular symbol pulses brightly. Pressing it would likely cut the flow of power to the bank of crystals. Let's leave that for the moment. Parallel lines. Image appears, pod in the far corner. Image of the pod is dim. A circular symbol. Okay, so that could power on that. Right, so we need to power something off to power something else on, because otherwise potentially bad things happen. Okay, and then the circular glyph. An image appears depicting a humming device in the center of the room. The one with 2 crystals. Symbols flow into the image, showing that the device is currently receiving power from the machine before you. Circular symbol pulses each time. Okay, well hold on. First off, let's go to this. Kill the power. Turn to the interface screen. Go to the parallel lines. Press that. Cool, okay.
Here comes the boredom slayer.
So now let's go and take a look at this. Check status, access data. Check status. Stasis pod error. Self-diagnostics failed. Cannot open stasis pod. Primary functions offline. Data integrity 67%. Okay, access data. Experiment notes. Okay, first experiment note. Unfamiliar male voice reverberates through the room. Preliminary investigations suggest that Maws was correct. The crystals of the Ascension bear the properties we require to complete the resonance chamber. The amulet proved invaluable in reaching this place and may have other uses besides, so it will be some time before I can return it to Dracogen. Much more experimentation is required before I can know for certain whether the ascension holds what I seek. The secretions of the crystal vor are one of the few substances I found that can eat through the living crystal of the ascension. I've had several larvae brought here for that purpose. Dracogen exudes patience with regard to the amulet, but I dealt with other Dracogens before. He will only remain patient for so long before he decides I have cheated him. No matter, I fear the sorrow more than I fear them. I have several experiments running simultaneously while I wait for the crystal to grow. True to their name, the crystal vors have proven quite adaptable to their environment and invaluable to this part of the process. The Ascension natives may prove useful as well. I had ignored them initially, for although their speaker is capable of cogent communication, it has proven useless in providing any real information. However, I have since seen other natives accomplishing some remarkable feats with the crystal itself, so I captured one to study. We shall see if there's more I can learn from it. Which was this one? The third one. Okay, fourth. Several of the crystal vor larvae hatched prematurely and escaped. It is unclear how it happened, but I suspect that someone came looking for the amulet while I was buying supplies in Sagus. No doubt they tampered with my machines in their efforts to find it. To prevent further sabotage, I have placed the amulet and the remaining larvae behind an energy field. The power generator can open the field, but it requires a passcode sequence to ensure there is no further tampering. I am not foolish enough to record the sequence here, but should something happen to me such that I forget, the 3 geodesics okay. That was number 4, so number 5. These great crystal rules are growing and breeding. They now constitute a serious threat to my work. I've built a device to emit sound waves at very specific frequency, lulling the creatures into dormancy. So far, it appears to be an effective countermeasure, but I shall have to be careful, keep careful watch to be sure. But I also make sure the power generator does not experience any interruptions lest they wake again. Okay. 6th. This will be my last entry. Dracogen's patience has worn thin, as I knew it would. His agents are outside, and I will no doubt break through my defences momentarily. If they do, I will have to abandon this body. I don't know when I'll be able to return, but I am... The voice cuts off, and there is no more to this entry. 7th experiment note. I don't know what's happening. I woke in this cave surrounded by angry men demanding something called an amulet. I don't know what it is, but they attacked me. I don't know what to do, so I fought back. I killed them. The blood, it's everywhere. Some of it's mine, but most of it... I found these notes afterwards when I was trying to figure out what was happening to me. I couldn't figure out how to retrieve the amulet, but those men were sent here by someone called Dracogen. I don't know what any of this means. I'm going to find out, but I'm leaving this message in case I don't make it. I don't know who will listen, but, well, I figured I should leave something of me in here somewhere in case I don't get very far. First list of records. Okay.